Hey everybody, this is Dan at Wealthquest. Today I'm going to give you 3 quick reminders for retirees during the pandemic. So we are about 6 months into the COVID-19 pandemic, and over these past 6 months have heard a whole lot of news about government interventions and how financial markets are responding to those government interventions. It's felt nonstop. So in light of all that, I wanted to take a few minutes today just to give you 3 quick updates if you're a retiree working on navigating this pandemic. So the first reminder is that the government did intervene and give relief for folks who have IRAs. Typically, you have to take a required distribution from your IRA. If you're over age 70 and a half, you're used to every year having to take money out of that IRA, whether you wanted it or not. And that would cause taxable income to be put on your tax return. In 2020, the federal government said you don't have to take money from your IRA if you don't need it, and that's a good answer for tax purposes. So for folks who don't need those accounts for living expenses this year or have other accounts to draw out of, we're recommending you keep that money in your IRA, let it grow in that tax deferred account, and avoid the income tax this year. So that's number 1. You're not required to take a distribution from your IRA if you're over age 70 and a half this year. Number 2 is to take a look at your expenses in light of all the changes that have happened. So we all go through seasons where we're watching our budget more closely than others. We're all accustomed to having those years where expenses are higher than expected. This may actually be a season where some of your expenses are lower than you expected. With all the government interventions, the social distancing, vacations have been canceled, maybe entertainment budgets are not getting used, you're not going out to eat as much. So this may be one of those years where if you continue to be diligent in watching your budget, you may actually get to grow some of those savings accounts so that when we do eventually open back up and you want to take that vacation that you missed this year, there's even more funds set aside for that. So that's the second item. Continue to watch your expenses closely, maybe save some more for when things reopen. The third and final reminder I wanted to give to you is to let us help you stay committed to your long-term investment strategy. So when we started the retirement journey with you, we came up with a plan for financial success that involved an investment strategy over the long term. That investment strategy knew that there would be volatility in the markets. We obviously didn't know about the pandemic and the extreme volatility that would bring, but we don't want to respond in fear to that volatility by making drastic changes to our long-term investment plan. That takes a lot of commitment when the markets are responding wildly, but it's a proven method that we'd like to help you navigate. So those are 3 quick reminders for retirees during this pandemic. We know that it's felt like a long season and we're not out of it yet, but we are happy to help continue walking down this road with you. If you have any questions about what I talked about today or other issues that have come up over these past several weeks, feel free to reach out to us at any time.